Report. Mother beat and threw knife at child over homework assignment. By Philip Weiss. Oh, this is going to be good. Let's go ahead and read the article, and then I'll give you a little bit of my commentary on it. We'll see where we go. As you can see, this ugly bitch right here. And let's go ahead and move on. Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston police say a 25-year-old mother is behind bars after allegedly beating her young daughter with a leather belt and throwing a knife at her because the child was struggling with a homework assignment. Ebony Martin was arrested Thursday and charged with child neglect. According to the incident report, employees at Mitchell Math and Science Elementary noticed visible marks and bruising on Martin's daughter on October 4th, and a social worker was notified. Officials say it was determined that the child suffered a swollen right hand and a knot on her left arm after the mother struck her with a leather belt the day before. The child reportedly told officials a small scratch on the bridge of her nose was received when her mother threw a knife at her. She was also stuck with a fork, leaving marks on her back. Officials say the young girl claimed she was struck by her mother because of having trouble with her rhyming homework. What the fuck? The report states the victim and her two younger siblings were then placed in the care of a grandmother pending an investigation. Alright. Now, first and foremost, I want to say this. When I was a kid, I had a fucked up mom's. And she threw a fork at my face because I thought I wouldn't eat a baked potato because it was too hot. It just came out the oven. And there's a scar under my lip where the fork literally stuck in my face. So, because of that, obviously, I have a huge issue with this. I also have some issues with CPS, and I'm gonna explain to you what I mean here. Number one, I will say that this bitch is a prime example of women in today's society who ain't shit as mothers. This happens all the time. People are constantly talking about how us dudes aren't quality fathers, but the truth of it is, you never see anything with us doing this to our children, ever. It's always when the kid ends up abused or beat or stabbed or killed, it's always the mama. Always the mother. Check it. I mean, really do some research and you'll see. Now, with that being said, first and foremost, yes, I'm glad that the school stepped in here, but for the most part, school's getting some shit that's none of their business. Whipping her kid with a belt is very, very normal. I don't do it with my kids, and that's only because they're too old now and I do other things. But let me tell you something. That's one of the problems today is that these kids ain't getting a motherfucking ass beat. That's a huge problem. Kids need to have their ass whipped. Period. Now, what they don't need is a knife thrown at them. That is beyond punishment. I understand the importance of school. Listen, man, I homeschool my kids. I definitely understand the importance of school. But let me make this clear. There's other ways to handle this shit. In 2013, we can take away things from these kids. We can take away their internet privileges, their video game privileges, all of that shit. No reason to throw a knife at your children. Period. You look at this goofy looking bitch right here on this picture, and you can tell. I mean, you can tell just by the look in her eyes. There's something wrong with her. And because of that, that's why our kids are gone. And I hope they keep the kids gone. And that will take away any type of potential government assistance she may have gotten. And I say that, and you may look at me and say, well, why do you assume she gets government assistance? Well, she obviously is a single mother with 3 kids. I say that because no man, no father in their right mind would ever stand by while a bitch throws, weapons of murder at his children. He would have done gotten her ass. There would have done been some ass whipping going on. Period. So it's obvious she is a single mother. So I'm just assuming as a single mother, because a lot of these bitches in 2013 think it's cool to be single mothers, and they get paid by the government. You know what I'm saying? And before anybody says, well, you're saying that because she's black. No, I would say that no, regardless of her race. Because that's the hustle in 2013. Mothers, period, love to get that check. They love to get them stamps. It's a liberal world now today, everybody. And so why keep your boyfriend or husband when you can keep making babies, keep getting child support, and keep having the government pay for everything? A lot of women in today's days do that. And the women that don't do that aren't throwing knives at the kids. And that's just the truth. That's just the fucking truth. So, this horrible, big-headed bitch done crossed the line. And I hope they take her kid from her, and I hope they charge her. Because that shit's just out of line. You don't throw fucking knives at your kids. Period. As a person, like I said, I was stuck in my damn face with a fork when I was younger. And I wish CPS would have took me back then, but they didn't. And that's just the truth. So these kids will be better off with the grandmother. I eventually went to my grandmother's, so I understand. With that all said, man, everybody, if you're religious, pray. If not, like myself, then just wish the best for these children, because they're definitely coming up so far against the odds. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they're against, the odds are against them. And I hope things go better. But when your own mother is throwing murderous tools at your face, it's a hell of a way to start off life. King Gunner, like, subscribe, whatever. We need to do something about this as a society, ladies and gentlemen. Shit's going wrong. I'm out.